So this is Robbie Starbuck posting or reposting Greg Gutfeld. He said Democrats are going to get innocent people killed because of the way they viciously attacked the Marine who killed Jordan Neely. So Jordan Neely was like a violent homeless guy who had been arrested many times. He got arrested for punching a 65-year-old lady in the face. I just recently heard, although I haven't verified it, that he also was arrested and served jail time for attempting to kidnap a 7-year-old girl, according to Ian Michael Chung. He has 40 violent arrests. So this guy gets on a subway train, starts threatening people, saying not afraid if he's going to die, and just threatening the other passengers. So somebody just subdues him, and either just by freak accident or drug overdose, who knows? For some reason, this guy dies, which is this guy Jordan Neely dies, and so once again, that's sad, obviously, but basically a good Samaritan just tried to protect the people around him, and this is even more important because the city will not do anything about homeless. The police kind of had their hand tied. Anytime they arrest someone, they just get released without bail. The district attorney, Alvin Bragg, is too busy going after Donald Trump, so he doesn't care about crime. Everything is out of control in the Democrat-run city of New York. It's absolute chaos. It is closer to escape from New York than it is to New York as it was under the Giuliani or even Bloomberg administrations. So it's crazy. So people just have no choice but to try to do something, on their own. And now this poor guy, this Marine that just tried to help, is possibly facing manslaughter charges. He's been doxxed. We'll get into that in a moment. But let's just hear what Greg Gutfeld had to say about it on Fox News.
And you could be the target. Be listened to. Hochul said, that could be you, assuming that we, society, would identify with an unhinged, violent felon threatening people who've attacked women and children. That could be you. No. When you say that could be you, Governor, you should be talking about the bystanders who are now the target of losers like you, Hochul. That could be you. You could be the bystander on the train who decided to share the risk and do something to save somebody else, and you could be the target. That could be you. That's the story, you moron. This is how it works, right? The left hamstrings the police, and it creates a vacuum where security used to be. And then when it gets really, really bad, the Bernie Getz moment, the citizens step in, and then they become the target. You saw that with Rittenhouse and the McCloskeys. The goal is to make that vacuum permanent. So this revolution through chaos, burn it all down, is endless, no matter what happens, right? Right? Obama got elected, burn it all down, right? The police improve, they start training, they start doing better things. You have a majority-minority force, burn it all down. Doesn't matter. In the minds of the radical left, it's always going to be burn it on down. Now we're seeing more video of the deceased, right, accosting people using homophobic language. The F word, the N word, right? It's strange. This beloved street performer, this beloved Michael Jackson performer is a relentless menace, and the media did not want to tell you he was a relentless menace, and it was only going to happen this way. This was not the beginning of the story. This was the end of the story. The city had this problem for years. This show, a few others, were the canary in the coal mine. It wasn't The View. It wasn't AOC. Oh, yeah. Hochul scoffed when we brought up the crime stuff during the election. Remember? She said it was played up, and now she's sitting there acting like she's compassionate. Shut up. It's her incompetence, her inaction that created this moment in time where young men stepped up and did the job she was too cowardly to manage or do.
All right.
Thank you.
Well said.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was Greg Gutfeld saying it better than I ever could. Let's just talk about, let me not spoil that. So now there's BLM and other, BLM's a racist hate group that goes around. Actually, I will say this, BLM does have some well-intentioned people that participate with it, but at its core, it's a Marxist group, it's a hate group, it blames police, It only cares about murders of black people when it's those rare instances, when it's a white person that does it. And why do I say it's rare? I mean, let's just look at the actual FBI statistics. Now, FBI statistics are always a few years behind. So this is from 2018, but I would imagine, with the recent spikes in crime, it's gotten worse. But this will just give you a good sense. So here's some numbers. It's under the highlight. Perspective is everything. So this is interracial violent crime incidents 2018. So black on white, so that's black attacking whites, committing crimes against whites, is 547, 948. So about 550,000 black on white crimes, which also is crazy that it's more than anything else, because blacks are only I think 12% of the population, and whites are about 60, 65. So anyway, so there's about 550,000 black on white crimes. Black on Hispanic crimes, there's 112,000. White on black crimes is 59, so basic 60,000. So just a fraction of the white on black crimes. White on Hispanic crimes, for whatever reason, it's a little higher. It's 200,000. Hispanic on white, still much higher. Many more Hispanics committing crimes against whites, 365,000. And Hispanic on black is the lowest, is 44,000. By the way, I noticed they didn't put Asians in here, but I know this from past data. The odds of, it's just so low. I mean, to their credit, Asians are not attacking that many other races, but they are getting attacked by other races. I know, once again, I don't have the thing in front of me, but you can research it. Asians are 231 times more likely to be assaulted by a black person than a black person is to be assaulted by an Asian. So anyway, in this little infographic, it does have this here. It shows this is the media, and all they're focusing on is white on black crime. That's all they focus on. They're ignoring, black on white crime, and all this Hispanic on white crime, and then of course, they're also ignoring the highest of all, the black on black crime. So I just put this up there, and then somebody commented on this. Let's see. Oh, Elon Musk said, "Odd. Why would the media misrepresent the real situation to such an extreme degree?" I don't know. What are your thoughts? Why does the media misrepresent the real situation to such an extreme degree? Honestly, it is weird. It's the question is rhetorical, just to point out that they do it, but it almost doesn't make sense. The only possible answer I can come up with is that they want to create racial division, division or angst or problems between the races. But still, then you just go to, well, why do they want to do that? I don't know, but that's what our media is doing. Here's somebody, a popular Twitter guy named Chore, social activist, artist. Here's what he had to say about this Jordan Neely. So this is this guy that got, this white guy tried to restrain this guy that was threatening people, and was a violent criminal. And this is what this guy Torre had to say about it. So he tweeted, "A homeless man yelling on the New York subway is normal. We see that all the time." He wasn't just yelling, but he was threatening. But nonetheless, a homeless man yelling on the New York City subway is normal. We see that all the time. What's not normal is for a Marine to sneak up behind him and put him in a chokehold and unalive him. That's not justified. The Marine could have just done nothing. He should be charged. And by the way, he probably will be charged. Already the Alvin Bragg and Hochul, the governor, Kathy Hochul of New York, and also some New York pretty big politicians like AOC are calling for him to be charged with murder, basically he shouldn't be charged with anything. It was self-defense and protecting others, and also accidental, if anything, that he died, or it could just be a drug overdose. Who knows? So anyway, let's see what else Torre had to say. So this is a couple years ago. Torre in 2021. Torre tweeted about another case. A 77-year-old white customer at Dunkin' Donuts was upset about something, and he called a black 27-year-old employee the N-word. The brother told him to say it again, and the old man did. The brother knocked him out. The old man fell, lost consciousness, and died. He effed around and found out. And Torrey goes on to say, if there was actual justice in this country as opposed to white justice, then if you went to someone's minimum wage job and called them the N-word twice, whatever happened after that would be legally acceptable. The employee is facing a murder charge, which makes no damn sense. So Torrey's talking about this case where a sort of out of it white guy, 77-year-old guy, called a black guy the N-word. Oh no, a word. He said a word. Oh no, how dare he say a word? But he said an impolite word. And then this black guy goes, oh, say that again. And then the old 77-year-old white guy, to a 50-year age gap, said it to a 27-year-old black guy, the N-word. Oh no, so bad. He said a naughty word. And then the black guy just punched him so hard, knocked him out, and killed him. And then Torre is saying the employee is facing a murder charge, which makes no damn sense. Well, of course it makes sense. You can't kill someone because they said a word. And I'll just give you an update. That went to trial, and the black guy was acquitted. He literally killed someone because he said a word, and he did not get charged. Yeah, he got away with it. So that's the world we live in. So here's a picture of the guy. And here's something I'm normally not critical for all the woke military and all that stuff. I'm not normally critical of the military because anyone who served in the military, even in the leadership, which I'm not crazy about, they did something I haven't done. They signed up to serve our country. So even if they do it imperfectly, which we'll also get to in a minute, I always want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but this is disgusting. So here's the guy, Daniel J. Penny, that's the guy's name, named by the Marine Corps as the man involved in Monday's incident. So here's the guy, that's the guy that died, that was threatening him. This guy just tried to subdue him and stop him from hurting other people, but nobody knew who he was at first, and then the Marine Corps named him as one of their own. That is so gross, that this guy put his life on the line for our country and for the Corps, and that the Marine Corps would do that is disgusting. And I don't curse on this show, but F you, whatever piece of S in the Marines did that to one of their own brothers. Now this guy's life is in danger. So disgusting. So F you, not to the Marine Corps, but to whatever people in the Marine Corps did this disgusting stuff. F you. So, end of rant against the whoever in the Marine Corps did that. But it's just disgusting. It's a disgrace and it's a shame on the Corps. And once again, who am I to say that? I'm not a Corps member. Anyone who joined the Corps has done more than I have done, and I respect that and I honor that. But also, on some level, that's just disgusting that you would do that. That the Marine Corps would out this guy or be part of trying to dox this guy or anything like that. Gross, disgusting. Go to hell.